The first time Iris felt it, she was pouring tea. 1 second, her hand was steady, her breath calm, her life perfectly curated and tucked behind white linen and polished glass. The next, the air shifted, electric, ancient, wrong, and her entire body screamed. Not pain. Not exactly. Something deeper. Something more primal. A twisting in her gut like instinct gone rogue. Her hand trembled, the porcelain cup cracked in her grip, and the scalding water hit her wrist before she realized she'd dropped it. She didn't scream. She didn't have time. Because the pain wasn't hers. And yet it was. 10 miles away, in the forest that edged the quiet little town she had once sworn never to return to, Maya Reynolds was on her knees, fingers buried in the dirt, body convulsing under the weight of a change she didn't understand. Her skin burned. Her bones broke and rebuilt. Her heart roared like something no longer human. And somewhere in the wild, ancient magic curled around her like a claw and chose. Iris gasped, fell to her knees, and felt it click into place like the closing of a lock she didn't know had been open. The bond. It wrapped around her ribs like wire. Tight. Inescapable. A pull, feral and wrong. Magnetic and cruel. She knew what it was before she could even think the words. Alpha bond. Fated mate. And the scent curling in her nose, impossible and unmistakable, was the one she'd spent a decade trying to erase from her memory. Maya. Maya fucking Reynolds. Iris's bully. Her tormentor. Her high school hell. The one who made every year between 13 and 18 a quiet nightmare of whispers, locker slams, cruel nicknames, and smirking humiliation. The one who ruined her. And now they were soulbound. When the pain faded, when the nausea stopped twisting her stomach, Iris found herself on the floor of her studio apartment, breath heaving, hands shaking. The shattered cup glistened like broken ice beside her.
She didn't cry.
She couldn't. She'd done too much healing to allow this kind of breakdown. Instead, she stood. She turned off the kettle. And she did what she always did when the world tilted sideways. She controlled what she could. She locked every window, every door. She lit sage. She recited grounding affirmations. She told herself it wasn't real, that the goddess didn't exist, that the mating bond wasn't possible, wasn't real, wasn't something that could ever touch her. And then her phone rang. Unknown number. But she knew who it was before she touched the screen. She didn't answer. But the bond pulsed like fire in her chest, and she heard the voice anyway. A whisper in her head that didn't belong to her. Iris. Maya. Her voice, older now, rougher, breathless, broken. What the hell is happening? Iris crushed the phone in her hand, the screen spidering under the pressure. She dropped it, stepped back, trembled. No, she said aloud, to herself, to the room, to the gods.
No.
You don't get to come back. But fate doesn't listen. And neither did Maya. She showed up that night. Not at the apartment. Iris had sealed it too tight, but outside. Somewhere near. Iris felt her like heat under her skin. Like teeth grazing bone. Her scent filled the air. Not perfume. Not sweat. Something deeper. Wolf.
Alpha.
Bond. And rage. Iris paced the floor until dawn. Maya didn't leave. Not physically. Not psychically. The bond was new, raw, and it demanded proximity. Distance burned. Her limbs ached. Her skin felt bruised. When she finally stepped out the door, Maya was there, leaning against the street lamp like she had every right to exist. Leather jacket, hood half up, hair longer now, eyes the same. Still that same dark, wild fire that Iris hated. That once made her feel invisible. That now made her feel hunted. Iris, Maya said, straightening. No, Iris said.
Don't speak.
Don't say my name. You don't get to speak my name. Maya flinched.
Good.
I didn't ask for this, she said. Neither did I, Iris snapped. But here we are. What even is this? Fated bond, Iris spat. Alpha claimed. Soul linked. You should know. Your kind spreads like wildfire. I didn't know I was one of them until last night. And now I'm paying for it. Maya took a step forward. The bond buzzed in Iris's spine.
Pain. Heat. Need.
I feel everything you feel, Maya said. I know. You're angry. I've been angry for 10 years. No. Iris lifted a hand. You don't get to apologize yet. Or ever. Maya stopped. Then what do we do? We stay alive. That's it. Bare minimum.
Don't talk to me. Don't follow me.
And for goddess's sake, don't touch me. What if it gets worse? Maya's voice cracked. It will. Then what? Iris stared at her. At the face that haunted her. At the girl who became a monster, who became a woman who now carried her soul inside her chest. Then we suffer, she whispered. Together. The pain started as a whisper, dull, steady, like a bruise beneath the skin, but by the third day, it was a scream. Iris didn't leave her apartment. She didn't answer messages. She barely ate. Every attempt to distance herself from Maya felt like ripping muscle from bone. It wasn't just emotional, it was physical. Her joints ached. Her heartbeat thudded out of rhythm. The air tasted metallic, and her dreams were soaked in scents that didn't belong to her. Leather. Pine.
Smoke.
Maya. She tried rituals. Salt circles. Sigils. Meditation. Nothing severed the bond. Her wolf, a silent thing for most of her adult life, was now awake and pacing behind her ribs, restless, snarling, desperate for something it didn't fully understand. Proximity. Contact. The mate. And outside, always nearby, Maya lingered. Iris didn't see her, but she felt her. Like a static field surrounding her building. Like gravity pulled the world toward one unbearable center. Maya was quiet, respectful, but constant, always within the radius required to dull the worst of the pain. And yet it wasn't enough. On the fourth night, Iris collapsed in the shower. Her skin burned, her vision blurred. The pain spiked, sudden and sharp, like her blood had turned to shards. Her wolf howled inside her. She screamed. And she wasn't alone. Because somewhere in the alley outside her apartment, Maya dropped to her knees at the same moment, clutching her stomach, breath ragged, as if someone had stabbed her with 1,000 invisible blades. The bond had frayed too far. It needed contact. Not sex. Not romance. Just touch. Just proximity. Just acknowledgement. But Iris was stubborn. Her wolf snarled at the idea of surrender. Forgiveness was weakness. Proximity was danger. And then, in the chaos of it all, her door rattled.
Once. Twice.
Then came the voice, hoarse, breaking. Iris. No response.
Please.
I can't breathe. Iris pulled herself up, soaked, shaking, wrapped in a towel, teeth chattering, and opened the door. Maya stood there, hunched, trembling, sweat dripping from her temples, her shirt clinging to her chest. I'm not here to beg, she said. I need to breathe. I need you. Iris stared at her. The old Maya, the one from high school, would have smiled here. Smirked, mocked, twisted pain into power. But this Maya didn't smile. Her eyes were wide, vulnerable, afraid. And the bond between them pulsed so loud it felt like thunder under Iris's skin. I'll give you 10 minutes, Iris said coldly. Maya nodded once. Thank you. The moment Maya crossed the threshold, the pain ebbed. Not vanished, but dulled, softened, livable. Iris felt her body exhale. So did Maya. The apartment was small, minimalist, clean, with soft lighting and shelves lined with books and crystals. Maya looked around like it was sacred ground. You live alone? Obviously. It's nice. Don't what? Don't try to pretend we're friends. Maya bit her lip.
Right.
Sorry. A silence settled between them, tense and raw. Then, slowly, Maya sat down on the floor. Legs crossed. Shoulders hunched. Hands clenched on her knees. I thought being an alpha would feel powerful, she said. like being more than I was. But it just feels like fire. And you're the only thing that calms it. Iris crossed her arms. You used to set me on fire, too. But not in a way I could survive. Maya winced. I remember some of it. Some. It's foggy. I was angry. Always. At everything. And you, she paused. You were this light. This calm. I hated how much I envied that. So you broke it, Iris whispered. Maya looked up.
Yeah.
I guess I did. The bond pulsed again. Iris's knees weakened. She sat, not beside Maya, but near enough that the burn in her chest quieted a little. We can't keep doing this, Iris said. It'll eat us alive. Then what? Move in together? Sleep back to back until the bond settles? Pretend none of the past happened. I don't know. Maya leaned her head against the wall. It's not just the bond that wants you near, Iris. Iris looked away. Don't start. I'm not starting anything. I'm trying to be honest. Why now? Why weren't you honest 10 years ago? Because back then I didn't know I liked girls. I just knew you made my chest tight. And I hated it. I hated you for making me feel things I wasn't ready for. So I lashed out. Iris's breath caught. That's not an excuse. No, Maya said. It's not, but it's the truth. The room fell quiet again, but something had shifted. A thread had tugged. A door barely cracked. And the bond throbbed between them, less like fire, more like a heartbeat now. I can't forgive you yet, Iris said. I know, but I don't want to die from the pain of staying away from you either. Then stay close.
Just for now.
Until it stops hurting. It won't, Iris whispered. I think that's the point. Maya looked up, and for the first time, Iris let herself meet her eyes fully.
It was a mistake.
Or maybe it wasn't, because in that moment, the past bled through the present, 1,000 memories, 1,000 wounds, 1,000 words never said, and something cracked open. Not forgiveness. Not yet. But recognition. Maya reached out, hand trembling. May I? Iris hesitated. Then, slowly, she extended her hand. Their fingers touched. Just skin to skin. A brush. And the bond roared. Heat surged. Light flared behind Iris's eyes.
She gasped.
Maya jerked back. But it was too late. The connection had deepened. Cemented.
Claimed.
Iris fell backward against the couch, chest rising fast. That was... yeah, Maya breathed. We should be careful. We should be gone, Iris corrected. This is going to destroy us. Or remake us, Maya whispered. Same thing. Iris closed her eyes. You need to leave. Maya stood. Will you let me see you again? Iris didn't answer. She didn't have to. The bond had already made that decision for her. Iris didn't sleep that night. Not because she didn't try, she did. She closed the curtains, lit the soft candles she always used to calm herself, played music low enough to blur the silence, but not disturb her thoughts. Still, the moment her eyes shut, her mind betrayed her. She dreamed. Not of herself, but of Maya. Not as she was now, but as she had been. 17, leaning against a locker with her arms crossed, laughing too loud at something cruel, flicking her hair back like she owned the hallway. The world around her was faded, like paper left in the sun too long, but Maya was vivid.
Bright.
Too much. And in that dream, Iris wasn't watching her. She was her. Her chest held the laughter, the rage, the bitter need to dominate. She felt the jealousy, the hunger, the panic of being looked at too long. And when Dream Maya turned to stare into the reflection of the glass case beside her, Iris saw her own eyes staring back. She jolted awake, sweating, gasping, the bond burning bright across her skin. It wasn't just a dream. It was a memory, but not hers. Maya's. The bond had opened a door, and now the past leaked through. All day, flashes came at her in waves. A gymnasium, a locker room, harsh fluorescent lights, the sting of cold water from a prank, the feel of cheap perfume in the air. Love what you've seen so far and want to help me keep creating these awesome stories on this channel? Then subscribe and hit the bell. Your subscription supports the channel and makes sure you get more exciting stories. The sound of Maya's voice, not mocking, but trembling. I'm not like them. I'm not like her. Her? Who was she? Iris tried to push it all aside. She buried herself in work, avoided mirrors, avoided touch. But the bond pulsed, restless, demanding. Maya stayed away. She was trying. Iris could feel the distance like a storm far off on the horizon, but it only made things worse. Her body hurt. Her thoughts spiraled. Her wolf, normally quiet, paced in circles, snarling at shadows. By nightfall, Iris could no longer pretend she was fine. She stood in front of her window, phone in hand, staring at Maya's contact, which she didn't remember saving. And then she whispered, not aloud, but into the bond. "Where are you?" The response came instantly, a spike of warmth in her chest, like a light turning on, a presence moving closer, and then a knock at the door. Iris opened it without hesitation. Maya stood on the other side, hoodie pulled over her head, hands clenched into fists. Her scent hit Iris like a drug.
Rich.
Familiar.
Wrong. Right.
"I felt you call," Maya said. "I didn't mean to. Doesn't matter." They stared at each other for too long. Neither moved. And then Iris stepped back. Maya entered. No words this time. Just silence. Heavier than before. "You're dreaming about me," Maya said eventually. "Not exactly. I'm dreaming like you. The bond's sinking us faster than I thought. It's invasive. It's instinct. It's dangerous. So are we." Iris turned. "You think this is funny?"
No.
"I think it's inevitable." "You don't get to say that. You don't get to play wise now. You used to make my life hell, Maya." "I know. You don't know what it did to me. To constantly look over my shoulder. To feel like I was being hunted in my own school." "Iris, you pushed me into a locker. You called me half-girl. You stole my sketchbook and passed it around." "I remember," Maya said softly. "Then tell me why." Maya sat down hard. She didn't look up. "Because I was in love with you. And I didn't know how to survive it." Silence.
Thick.
Endless. "You hated me." "No," Maya whispered. "I hated myself. For wanting you. For seeing you. For not knowing what to do with the warmth you put in me. You were kind. And soft. And strong in ways I didn't understand.
And
I broke you because I couldn't break myself." Iris sat down too, but far from her. Her voice cracked. "You don't get to make it beautiful." "It wasn't." "Then stop romanticizing your abuse." "I'm not. I'm explaining it. If it helps you hate me more, then fine. But I want you to understand that I see it now. I feel it now. Every memory that rises in you, it echoes in me. I taste the shame, the fear, the pain. It doesn't feel good." Iris looked at her hands. "And yet, the bond still pulls me to you. Because it's not about what we were. It's about what we could become." "And what is that, Maya?" "Something new. Something that burns clean." Iris exhaled. "I don't trust you. I don't trust myself either." Their eyes met. No tricks this time. Just truth.
Raw.
Exposed. Unforgiven. Maya stood slowly. Walked closer. Not enough to close the distance, just enough to share the air. "I don't expect redemption," she said. "I don't deserve it. But I think you deserve to be seen. Fully. And I'm willing to burn for that." Iris's throat tightened. "You always knew how to make things dramatic. Only with you. You should go. If I leave now, you'll break. If you stay, I might. Then let me stay until morning." "On the couch." "Of course." Maya settled onto the couch without argument. Iris watched her for a long time. Her face looked different in rest.
Softer.
Haunted. Human. When Iris finally lay down, the pain dulled again. The bond stopped screaming. Just whispered. And in the half-sleep that followed, Iris dreamed again. Not of school. Not of cruelty. Of Maya. On a rooftop.
Crying.
Alone. Whispers behind her. She's not like us. A girl laughing. Someone else kissing her. But Maya's eyes drifting away, toward someone in the distance. Someone watching. Sketching. Iris. The memory flickered. The kiss faded. And the girl laughing turned to Maya with a sneer. You'll never be like her. Maya's voice in the dream cracked. I don't want to be. I want her. Iris woke with tears on her face. Maya was still sleeping, but the bond hummed between them. Not angry, not screaming, just warm, still tangled in pain but beginning to forgive. Iris woke up before the sun. For a moment, the world was quiet, just the soft tick of her kitchen clock, the low hum of the refrigerator, the cool morning air brushing over her bare arms. Then came the sensation, slow and steady, like heat spreading under her skin. Maya was still here.
She didn't even need to check.
The bond pulsed faintly now, not a scream like before, but a presence, constant, heavy, undeniable. She sat up on the couch, rubbing her face. Her eyes burned from dreams she didn't want to remember. Or maybe she did. Maybe that was the problem. Across the room, Maya stirred on the opposite couch cushion, still wearing that oversized hoodie, legs curled, one hand twitching in sleep. Iris watched her. She hated how peaceful Maya looked, hated how much her own body ached just from being this far apart. She stood, slowly. Her ankle popped, her neck cracked. Every nerve hummed with tension she hadn't earned and couldn't control. As she walked past Maya toward the kitchen, the bond flared. Just proximity, just moving near her made Iris's breath catch. She poured herself water, took a long, slow sip. She needed to think, needed clarity. But her body wasn't interested in thoughts. Her wolf was pacing now, growling, hungry for something Iris didn't want to name. She looked back. Maya's eyes were open now, watching her, silent. Did you sleep? Iris asked. A little. Did you dream?
About you.
Iris's throat tightened. You should go. I will.
Now.
Say the word, Iris, and I'll walk out that door. But she didn't.
Couldn't.
Not when her legs felt like they might give out from just hearing Maya say her name like that. Something's changing, Iris whispered. In the bond. Yeah. It's not just pain anymore. Maya stood now. Slowly.
Cautiously.
It's heat. Iris stepped back. Don't. I'm not going to touch you. Then stop looking at me like that. Like what? Like you want to. Maya's voice lowered. I do. You don't get to want me. It's not a choice, Iris. That's the problem. My wolf already chose you. I'm just trying to catch up. Iris's heart slammed against her ribs. The air between them grew dense. Charged. Maya took a step forward. Iris didn't stop her. We need to calm this down, Iris said, but her voice was shaking. We need distance. Distance hurts. Proximity is worse. Then what do we do? Before Iris could answer, the bond jerked. Hard. Like a whip cracking across her spine. Both women gasped. Maya fell to one knee. Iris grabbed the edge of the counter. A flash of emotion hit her. Terror. Not hers. Someone else's. Someone near. Then the sound of glass shattering outside. Footsteps.
A growl.
Not Maya's. Not hers. Something else. Iris's window exploded inward. Maya shifted. No hesitation. No thought. Her hoodie tore as her muscles bulged. Her eyes turned gold. Fangs emerged. Her bones shifted, not fully into wolf, but enough. Hybrid form. Protective. Predatory. She was across the room in a second, shoving Iris behind her just as two figures burst through the broken frame, half-shifted rogues, snarling, eyes crazed. Get behind me, Maya growled, voice thick with wolf. Iris couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Maya launched herself at the intruders. The room became a blur of claws, broken furniture, grunts, growls, screams. Iris's ears rang. Blood sprayed across the wall. Maya was brutal, beautiful. Every movement was calculated violence. Not rage. Instinct. She was protecting. Claiming. And Iris felt it. Deep in her chest. The pull. The heat. The thrill of watching her mate defend her. Even if she didn't want it. Even if it made her skin crawl and her stomach twist. When it was over, both intruders were unconscious, barely breathing, sprawled on the floor. Maya's chest heaved. Her claws retracted. Her eyes slowly faded back to brown. She turned, bloodied,
Shaking.
"Are you hurt?" Iris nodded.
No.
"Just," Maya stepped forward. Not fully in control yet. The bond still thrummed, charged from the fight. "They were from the Hollowtooth Pack," she said. "They've been watching me since I turned."
Why?
"Because I refused their call.
I didn't want a pack.
I didn't want them. I only wanted," she trailed off. Iris stepped back. "Don't say it. You. This doesn't change anything. It changes everything. You saved me. I didn't do it for forgiveness. I did it because I'd rather die than see you hurt." Iris looked at the blood on Maya's neck, the cut on her cheek, the way her shirt was torn, exposing bruised ribs. She should have felt disgust. She felt heat. Unbearable. Blooming. "You're bleeding," she said. "It'll heal. Come here." "Iris, don't argue. Let me help." She guided Maya to the bathroom, sat her on the edge of the tub, ran warm water over a cloth and pressed it gently to her skin. Maya winced. "I'm not fragile," she muttered. "I know," Iris said softly. "That's not why I'm being gentle." Their eyes met. The bond pulsed. It wasn't just physical anymore. It was emotional.
Complex.
Iris could feel Maya's heart racing. Not from battle. From her. "I shouldn't feel like this," Iris whispered. "Like what?" "Like I want you." Maya's breath caught. "Then don't fight it. You don't get to say that. You don't know what I've been through." "Then show me," Maya whispered. "Let me feel it." Iris hesitated. But her wolf didn't. She reached out, pressed her palm to Maya's chest. The bond surged.
Light. Sound.
Memories. Her pain poured through, locker doors, whispered slurs, loneliness in crowded halls, the sting of being seen and unloved. Maya gasped. Tears welled in her eyes. "You were so alone," she choked. "I made you feel that." "Yes. I'm sorry. It's not enough." "Then I'll keep saying it until it is." Iris pulled her hand back. Maya caught it, held it. "Don't," Iris warned. "Please," Maya whispered. "Just this once." Iris didn't know who moved first. Maybe it didn't matter. Their lips met.
Soft.
Trembling. A question, not a promise. Maya pulled back almost instantly, eyes wide. "I'm sorry. I let you," Iris said. "That doesn't mean I'm ready." "I know. It doesn't mean I forgive you. I wouldn't expect you to." But Iris looked down. "I don't want you to leave. Not tonight." Maya nodded. "Then I'll stay." On the couch again. Apart. But not far. The bond hummed like fire between them. Dangerous.
Alive.
And neither of them closed their eyes. Maya didn't sleep after the kiss. Not really. She lay still on the couch, eyes closed, muscles tense, heart pounding with a rhythm that didn't slow no matter how many times she told herself to breathe. The scent of Iris lingered in the room, not just her shampoo or the herbal tea still steeping cold on the kitchen counter, but something deeper.
Wild.
Female. Wolf.
Mate.
It burned in Maya's chest like hunger. Not lust, not entirely, though that was there, creeping at the edges of control, but something more terrifying. Devotion. Iris slept restlessly in the bedroom, the door slightly ajar. Every rustle of her sheets sent a bolt of tension down Maya's spine. Her wolf paced behind her ribs, frustrated by the barrier, by the silence, by the distance. The kiss had awakened something primal, and now it refused to be caged. She sat up, ran a shaking hand through her hair, and let her mind drift backward. High school. Iris walking down the hall in long sleeves, even in spring. Eyes always cast down.
Quiet.
Always quiet. Maya had hated that quiet. It had made her feel seen somehow, exposed. Like Iris could hear thoughts she wasn't ready to admit. So she made noise. Cruel noise. Laughter, insults, dominance. Anything to drown out the aching confusion. She hadn't realized it then, but every word meant to humiliate Iris had really been aimed at herself. She felt it now. All of it. Through the bond. Through the memories. Through the echo of Iris's pain that still lived beneath her skin like a bruise that never healed. And now, the girl she had hurt was also the woman she couldn't live without. As dawn began to break, Maya moved quietly. She cleaned up the bloodstains from the fight, tossed the broken lamp, replaced the lock on the window. She didn't expect thanks. She just couldn't sit still. She needed to prove, maybe to herself more than anyone, that she could be useful, that she could protect, that she could be something other than the monster in Iris's past. When Iris emerged hours later, wrapped in a hoodie and with sleep still clinging to her eyes, she paused at the sight of the apartment.
Clean. Restored.
Safe. Maya stood in the kitchen, barefoot, holding a mug of coffee like a peace offering. She didn't speak. She just extended it. Iris took it without a word. Their fingers brushed. The bond flared. Heat, then quiet. Iris sipped. You stayed. Maya nodded. You asked me to. You didn't have to fix everything. It's the least I could do. Iris looked around. They'll come back. Let them. You can't take on an entire pack alone. I'm not alone, Maya said carefully. Iris didn't respond. She walked past her, settling into the chair by the window. The sunlight hit her face just right, making her skin glow. Maya stared. She didn't mean to, but she couldn't stop. What? Iris asked without looking at her. Nothing, Maya said. It's just the bond's stronger today.
Yeah.
I felt it the second I woke up. It's changing. So are we. That made Maya pause. Are we? Iris finally met her eyes. Don't make this into a fantasy, Maya. We kissed once. It doesn't mean I trust you. It doesn't mean I forgive you. It means I'm tired. It means I needed to know what it would feel like. And what did it feel like? Wrong, Iris said. But her voice trembled. Maya stepped closer. The air shifted, thickened. Liar, she whispered. Iris stood. Don't push me. I'm not. I'm being pulled. There's a difference. You think just because our souls are linked, I owe you something?
No.
But I think the bond sees something in us we haven't let ourselves see yet. You don't get to be poetic about this. You ruined my life.
You haunted me.
You made me afraid to love anyone, to love myself. And I carry that with me every second of this bond. You think I don't feel it? It chokes me. Maya's voice broke. I would tear it out of my chest if I could, but I can't. And neither can you. Iris blinked fast. Her throat was tight. The bond pulsed. Not with anger, with sorrow, recognition. Then what do we do, Maya? She whispered. How do we live with this? Maya stepped forward. Together. Or not at all. You say that like it's easy. It's not. But I'll fight for it. Iris shook her head. I'm not ready to let you in. Then let me stay outside your door. Let me be the wolf who waits. Let me earn your trust the way I should have years ago. Iris didn't answer. But she didn't tell her to leave. That night, they slept in the same apartment again. Separate rooms. But the distance was less unbearable. The bond still hummed. The dreams still came. But now there were new ones. Of hands brushing against skin. Of lips tasting salt and apology. Of Maya shifting beneath a full moon and turning to Iris not with hunger, but awe. And in one dream, Iris touched Maya's chest and whispered, I was afraid of you because I wanted you. She woke up shaking. Maya was already awake. Sitting at the table. Eyes red. She looked up. Did you dream it too? Iris nodded. What's happening to us? We're remembering. Not just memories. The bond is showing us who we were, Maya said. And who we could be. Iris leaned against the wall. Her heart ached. Not with pain. With possibility. And that was somehow worse. I'm scared, she whispered. Me too, Maya said. But I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Outside, the clouds rolled in. A storm was coming. Not just literal. Iris could feel it in her bones. The Hollowtooth pack would return. She knew it. And when they did, Maya would have to make a choice.
Run.
Or fight for her. And Iris didn't know which terrified her more. The moment the storm broke, Iris felt something break inside her. Not in a painful way. Not like the bond had done. This was something deeper. Older. As if a dam had cracked, and something ancient had begun to leak into her bloodstream. She was washing her hands at the sink, the wind howling outside, when the lights flickered once, twice, and her reflection in the mirror shifted. Just for a second. Not her face. Not her body. Her eyes. Gold. Bright, unnatural, feral. She stumbled back, heart slamming against her ribs. No, she whispered. No, I'm not. But the bond pulsed hard. Maya was near. She felt it. Felt her breath. Her tension. Her instinct. Iris opened the bathroom door, and there Maya was, standing rigid, her eyes wild, her jaw tight. Did you feel that? Maya asked. What? Something shifted. In me, Iris said. Maya's eyes snapped to hers. What do you mean? I saw it. In the mirror. My eyes, they changed. That's not possible. I know. Unless, Maya took a step forward. Unless you're not fully human. Iris froze. That's insane. Is it? Maya's voice was low now, steady. You've been feeling the bond like I do. You dream through my memories. You react physically when I'm hurt. That doesn't happen to humans. Then what am I? I don't know, Maya admitted. But you're not just a mate. You're something more. Iris wanted to deny it, wanted to laugh. But she couldn't, because her skin still burned where she'd seen those gold eyes staring back at her. Because the full moon was rising, and her body felt alive. Too alive. A knock shattered the moment. 3 loud, deliberate raps. Maya moved before Iris could blink. She shoved her back into the hallway, stepped in front of her, and the shift began. Bones cracked. Muscles tore. Her hands became claws, her spine lengthening. Her voice dropped 2 octaves. Stay behind me. Iris's heart thundered. Not from fear of Maya, but fear for her. The door crashed inward. A man stepped in, tall, scarred, dressed in black. His eyes were red. Not metaphorically. Literally glowing. Hollowtooth. Alpha, he said, nodding at Maya. You've been called. You refuse. I have my own pack, Maya growled. Don't be ridiculous, the man sneered. You have no territory. No claim. He looked past her, at Iris, and smiled. Unless, Maya moved so fast Iris didn't even see the attack begin. The sound of flesh meeting flesh, claws against bone, echoed through the apartment. But this man was strong. Stronger than the others.
He fought back.
Threw Maya across the table. Iris screamed. Something in her snapped.
Broke.
Unleashed. Her body moved without permission. Her blood caught fire. And then gold. Her vision blurred. Her fingernails lengthened. Her senses sharpened. She could smell his rage. Taste Maya's blood. Hear her heart struggling to stay steady. Get away from her, Iris said. Her voice was not her own. The man turned. His eyes widened. You're not, but it was too late. Iris lunged. Not with skill. Not like Maya. But with raw, instinctive violence. She tackled him, drove him back against the wall, and screamed, so loud it shook the windows. The sound was inhuman. And the moment it hit the air, the man stumbled back. What are you? He gasped. Iris stood there, chest heaving, nails dripping with his blood. I don't know, she whispered, but you should leave.
He did. Fled. Fast.
The moment he was gone, the energy drained out of her. Her knees buckled. Maya caught her. Easy, easy. Iris clung to her, shaking, trembling. Did I just? Yes. But I'm not. You are. Maya's eyes burned into hers. You're something powerful, Iris. Something hidden. Something wild. I don't want this. You don't get to choose. Neither did I. Then what do we do? Maya held her tighter. We figured out. Together. Iris looked up. You're not afraid of me? I've been afraid of a lot of things. But never you. Even after everything I said? Even then. Their faces were close. Too close. The bond shimmered between them, hot and bright and aching. Maya leaned in. Iris didn't stop her. Their lips met again. This time it wasn't soft. It wasn't questioning. It was desperate.
Deep.
A collision of fear and adrenaline and want. Maya pulled back, breathless. We need to go, she whispered. What?
Now.
They won't stop. They saw what you can do. They'll come back. Where would we even go? Somewhere safe. Somewhere far. Somewhere with answers. Iris nodded. Then let's run. Together? Iris looked into her eyes. Always. The night swallowed them as they left the apartment. No bags. No plans. Just instinct and the pull of something bigger than both of them. Iris didn't know what she was. But she knew who she wanted at her side. And Maya had already made her choice the moment she bared her throat to the one girl she once tried to break. The road was endless. Forests blurred past the windows like secrets trying to stay hidden. Maya drove in silence, hands tight around the wheel, jaw clenched. Iris sat beside her, legs curled up, eyes fixed on the horizon. Neither of them had spoken since they left the city behind. There was too much to say, and none of it safe. But the bond throbbed between them, thick with adrenaline, tenderness, fear, and something neither had named out loud, devotion. It wasn't love. Not yet. But it was something dangerously close. Something feral. Something ancient. Hours passed before Maya finally spoke. We're almost there. Where? The Deepwood. There's a village.
Hidden. Old.
Wolves who don't answer to the clans. Will they help us? If we're honest. Iris looked at her. Are you ever honest? Maya's lips twitched. With you? More than I want to be. The path narrowed into dirt. Trees thickened, pressing in like guardians. Then the car stopped. No signs. No gates. Just silence. And then a sound low, resonant, almost like a growl vibrating beneath the earth. Maya stepped out first. Iris followed. The air was different here, heavy with history. Their boots crunched over old pine needles until a woman appeared from behind the trees. She was ancient, small, bent with age but sharp-eyed. Her silver hair fell loose around her shoulders, and her voice, when she spoke, was like wind through bones. Alpha. Maya nodded with quiet reverence. Elder Leora. The woman turned her eyes to Iris and smiled.
So.
The Moonchild returns. Iris froze. I'm sorry, what? Leora stepped closer, studying her. You don't know. You never knew. Know what? You carry it. In your blood. In your bones. The moonline. Maya moved closer protectively. What does that mean? Leora's eyes never left Iris. She is not just a mate. Not just a bond. She is the last of the lunar bloodline. A daughter of the Silver Howl. Iris's breath hitched. That means nothing to me. It will. Leora turned.
Come.
We speak by fire. They followed her through twisted trees and moss-covered paths until they reached a clearing. Small houses nestled in circles, smoke rising gently into the dusk. Children stared at them. Adults whispered. Maya kept close to Iris, her hand brushing hers often, casual, instinctive, protective. But Iris didn't pull away. Not anymore. The pull between them was too strong. In the center of the village, fire crackled. Leora sat. They sat. And the truth began to unravel. Before the pacts, Leora said, before the clans and the wars, there were the Moonborn. Wolves touched directly by the moon's blessing. They were powerful.
Rare.
Sacred. Your ancestor, Selene, was one of them. The last of her line vanished after the purge. What purge? Maya asked. When the clans decided that power was too dangerous to remain free. So they hunted the Moonborn.
Killed them.
Erased them. Leora looked at Iris. Except one lived.
A child.
Hidden by humans. Protected by blood spells. Born into silence. Raised among those who would never recognize her power. Until now. Iris's throat burned. You think that's me? I don't think. I know.
How?
Because when you screamed, Leora said softly, the wind carried it here. Only the Moonborn can call the air itself to listen. Iris's hands trembled. But I don't shift. I've never. You haven't awakened fully. But you will. Maya stared at Iris like she was seeing her for the first time. That's why the Hollowtooth want you. That's why the bond is so strong. Leora nodded. She is not just your mate, Alpha. She is prophecy. The one who can break the hierarchy. Reclaim the old ways. I don't want any of that, Iris said. I just want to survive. Then you must choose, Leora said. Hide again. Or rise. The fire crackled louder. Somewhere in the trees, a wolf howled. Iris stood. Walked away. Maya followed. Found her by the edge of the stream. Are you okay? She asked. No, I didn't know any of this. Of course you didn't. Why would you? You just wanted to claim me. Now look where we are. Maya stepped closer. I didn't know. But I felt it. From the start. You were different. Not weak. Not fragile. Just quiet. And powerful in ways that scared me. Iris turned. Her face was wet with tears. I don't want to be special, Maya. I just want peace. Then I'll help you fight for it, even if it means war? Even then. Silence stretched. Then Iris stepped closer. Do you still want me? Even with all of this? Maya didn't answer with words. She cupped Iris's face, kissed her.
Slow. Deep. Like a vow.
And this time, Iris didn't hesitate. She pulled Maya closer, fingers in her hair, bodies pressed together in the dark, the stream whispering beside them. The bond flared, hot, aching, endless. But there was no pain. Just need. Just truth. Just two broken girls finding something unbreakable. When they pulled apart, Maya whispered, You're mine. Iris leaned her forehead against hers. Not because of the bond. No, Maya agreed. Because you choose me. Because I do, Iris said. And I will. In the distance, a drumbeat echoed. Not music. Warning. Leora's voice rang through the trees. They've found us. Maya took Iris's hand. Then we protect what's ours. Together, they turned. The moon rose behind them. And this time it rose for both. The drums echoed like heartbeats. Rhythmic. Ominous. Carved into the night with purpose. Every soul in the village knew what it meant. War was here. Maya tightened the grip on Iris's hand as they moved toward the central circle where Leora had already begun to call the old wolves into formation. Torches flared. Claws unsheathed. Eyes glowed amber, gold, violet. And above them all, the full moon rose, not soft and silver, but vast, swollen with bloodlight. It was too soon for it to be red. And yet, it bled across the sky like an omen. Maya noticed it first. Her gut twisted. Her wolf snarled within. It's not just Hollowtooth, she whispered. Iris's heart raced. Then who? Something older, Leora said, appearing behind them. Something that answers to no alpha. Only the past. What do we do? Maya asked. We protect her, Leora said, nodding to Iris. She's what they want. She's what they fear. I don't want to be that, Iris whispered. You don't have to want it, Maya said, pulling her close. You just have to survive it. The first howl split the sky. Then another. And another. Shadows moved at the edge of the forest. Not wolves. Not quite. Their bodies were too tall, too angular, their mouths stretching too wide. These weren't just shapeshifters. These were half-bound, creatures caught mid-shift, minds broken by forced transformations. They turned them too young, Maya said bitterly. Didn't wait for consent. Just wanted soldiers. Like they wanted me, Iris whispered. But I said no. Say it again, Maya said, standing in front of her now. Say no with me. Say it with fire. And then she shifted. Not like before. This time, the transformation was graceful, intentional. Her body lengthened, bones reshaping without resistance. Her fur was black as midnight. Her eyes still burned gold. The village wolves howled in answer. And Iris, she stood still, heart pounding, blood burning. The moon throbbed above her, and her vision swam. You need to shift, Leora said. I don't know how. Then stop trying. Let it happen. Iris closed her eyes, took one breath.
2.
And then she let go. The bond between her and Maya snapped taut, humming like lightning caught in a string. Her body arched. Her scream wasn't pain, it was release. Her skin shimmered with silver before melting into fur. Not black, not brown, but white.
Pure.
Radiant. Moonlight given shape. Gasps echoed. Leora fell to her knees. Moonborn, she whispered. Maya turned, saw her, and her wolf stilled, reverent. Iris stood taller than most. Her eyes were silver, glowing not with anger but clarity. And when she moved, the earth responded. Every step she took calmed the wind, stilled the trees. The air bowed to her presence. Maya, she said, not aloud, but through the bond. I remember. What? Maya asked, stunned. My blood. My ancestors. The pact. What pact? We weren't made to lead. We were made to balance. The lunar line was never about dominance, it was about choice. Protection. Emotion. Then why do they want to control you? Because they're afraid of wolves who feel. The enemy came in a flood. Dozens. Twisting, snarling. Hollowtooth, half-shifted, mad with instinct. Maya charged first. Iris followed. The battle was chaos. Claws met claws. Screams ripped the air. Blood turned the soil black. Maya was unstoppable, precise, brutal, defending her wolves and her mate with everything she had. But Iris was something else. She didn't fight. She moved through the battle, like the eye of a storm. Every time one of the half-shifted touched her, they stilled. Their rage broke. Their minds cleared, for a second, a minute, sometimes more. Some fell to their knees. Some fled. Her power wasn't to kill. It was to calm, to liberate,
To feel.
and that made her the most dangerous of all. She's turning them, someone screamed. Stop her. A spear flew toward her chest. Maya intercepted midair, tearing the attacker's throat before the weapon could land. You don't touch her, she growled. But Iris didn't need protection. Not anymore. She closed her eyes, raised her head,
And called.
not a howl, not a cry, but a song.
Low.
Haunting.
Old.
Every wolf froze. Even Maya. Even Leora. The song twisted in their bones, echoed in their blood, pulled at something buried deep. A memory of peace. A world before bloodshed. Before hierarchy. Before fear. And then it shattered. A scream, sharp, feminine, rage-filled, cut through the song. A figure stepped into the clearing.
Tall. Pale.
Dressed in red. So it's true, she sneered. The moonline breathes. Maya stepped forward. Who are you? The last one who remembers what your kind destroyed. My kind? Iris asked. You think the Moonborn were saints? You think they gave power freely?
No.
They hoarded it. Until they decided emotion was weakness. Until they tried to silence the dark side of the bond. Who are you? Iris demanded again. The woman smiled. Your sister. Silence. Impossible silence. Maya blinked. No. Yes, the woman said. Your mother had twins. One kept. One cast into shadow. One touched by moonlight. One by void. Iris stepped back. You're lying. Am I? The woman lifted her hand. Her fingers were covered in the same silver shimmer Iris had seen in her own skin. But it turned to black at the edges. I am what you would have been if they hadn't tried to save you from yourself. Maya growled. You're corrupted. I'm evolved. The woman stepped forward. And now that you're awakened, sister, it's time we decide which side of the moon you truly belong to. Iris's wolf whimpered. Maya moved in front of her. You don't touch her. I don't need to, the woman said. She'll come willingly. Or she'll burn. And with a snap of her fingers, the earth cracked. Fire erupted. The battle was far from over. The true war had just begun. Fire.
Smoke.
Screams. But Iris could only hear her heartbeat. Not panic. Not fear. Purpose. Ancient and unrelenting. The woman in red, her sister, stood at the center of the flames, silver-black magic swirling around her like serpents of smoke and blood. Maya was beside Iris, half-shifted, chest heaving, claws at the ready. Don't, Iris whispered, her voice eerily calm. She's mine. You don't have to face her alone. I do. But you won't be far. I'll feel you. Always, Maya said, touching her arm. Just that one touch steadied her pulse, strengthened the bond. And then Iris stepped forward. Toward the flames.
Toward the past.
What do you want from me? Iris asked. To remember, her sister replied. To see what they did to us. What they took. We're not the same. We are two halves of the same howl. You chose darkness. I chose truth. Then show me. A wicked smile. A gesture. And the world fell away. Iris was no longer in the clearing. No longer in her body. She stood in a space made of starlight and water. Everything shimmered. Everything echoed. And then she saw herself, no, not herself, but another version. Another life. A moonborn standing in silver armor, head crowned in lunar antlers, eyes like frost. At her side, a dark-haired wolf, familiar, fierce. Maya. Or a past version of her. You remember, a voice said behind Iris. She turned. Her sister, also different, less corrupted, still holding light in her eyes. We were born once before, in a time where wolves ruled by blood and moon, not politics. You were the balance. I was the storm. I loved her, Iris said softly, watching the memory. You always did. And I died for it. Yes, her sister whispered. Because love was forbidden. Because Moonborn were not meant to bond with warriors. The memory shifted. The two past selves stood in battle, back to back. One protecting, one healing, and then betrayal.
Fire. Chains.
A spear through Iris's back. Maya screaming, her howl cracking the skies. You died, her sister said. And I was taken. Twisted. They broke me trying to reach your power. I survived in shadow. You reincarnated in silence. Until now. Until the bond reawakened it all. Iris turned. Why show me this? Because I want you to choose me this time. I want the moon line for myself. Join me, and I'll spare her. You'd kill Maya? She's the one thing that makes you weak. No, Iris said, stepping forward. She's the only thing that makes me strong. And then she shattered the vision. Fire returned. The village. The pain. But Iris wasn't the same. Her fur shimmered with both white and silver. Her eyes held centuries. She howled, and the sound bent the air. Maya turned, awe in her expression. You're glowing. I remember everything, Iris said. Even us. Maya stepped forward. Then you know I never stopped choosing you. Iris cupped her face, kissed her.
Deep. Wild.
A seal of memory, soul, fire. When they pulled apart, Iris faced her sister. You want to finish this? You know I do. Then meet me under the moon. Just us. No wolves, only truth. The village cleared. The wolves watched from the trees. Maya stood close but did not interfere. Iris and her sister circled each other. Magic sparked. Pain pulsed. The fight began. Power against power. Emotion against rage. Every strike was a memory. Every scream was a broken bond. But Iris didn't fight to win. She fought to choose,
To reclaim.
to balance. And as she pinned her sister to the ground, her claws inches from her throat, she whispered, "It doesn't have to be this way." "You sound like her," her sister spat. "You still love." "Yes," Iris said. "That's what makes me the Moonborn." She rose, turned her back. "Kill me if you want, but I won't become you." Her sister lunged, then stopped. The bond pulsed. Maya stepped forward. "She won't," Iris whispered, "because deep down, she still remembers who we were." The woman in red dropped her weapon, fell to her knees. "I just wanted to matter," she choked. Iris reached out, held her hand. "We both do, but not like this." A light spread from their palms.
Warm. Cleansing.
The darkness receded, not gone, but no longer dominant. Maya ran to Iris, catching her as she collapsed. "I'm okay," Iris said, breathless. "I'm still me. And I'm still yours." The wolves howled in unison, not in triumph, but reverence. The Moonborn had returned. The balance was awakening. And Iris had one more choice to make. Forgiveness.
Love.
And freedom. The morning after the final howl was silent. Not from fear, but from peace. The village had slept for the first time in what felt like years. Not a sleep of escape, but of healing. Maya woke first, her arms already wrapped around Iris, whose head rested gently on her chest, her breath warm, steady. They hadn't spoken much after the battle. There hadn't been need. Their bond had become something deeper than instinct, more sacred than fate. It wasn't just connection. It was understanding. Iris stirred slowly, her eyes opening, silver flickering in her gaze, even in daylight. "Morning," she murmured. "You stayed." Maya smiled softly. "Always. We survived. We did more than that." Iris looked up at her, fingertips tracing the edge of Maya's jaw. "I remember everything now, and I still choose you." Maya exhaled, long and shaky. "Even after all I did to you?" "Especially after," Iris whispered. "Because now I see why. And because you're not that girl anymore." Maya closed her eyes. "I'm still afraid I'll ruin this." "Then let me ruin it with you." They kissed. Not like wolves, but like women who had died once for each other and lived again just to try once more. Later that day, Leora gathered them at the center of the village. Word had spread, not just through whispers, but through the bond that now pulsed like a living current across the forest. Packs who had once sworn loyalty to Hollowtooth had turned. Some came to kneel, others to learn. And in the center of it all, stood the girl who once lived in silence. Iris, no longer hidden, no longer afraid. Leora raised her hand. "The Moonborn has returned, and with her, balance." "I'm not a ruler," Iris said. "I'm not here to command." "Then what are you here to do?" a voice asked. Maya stepped beside her,
Took her hand.
Iris looked at their fingers, intertwined, then at the wolves gathered before them. "To remind us what the bond really is. Not chains, not control,
But choice.
emotion, connection." Murmurs rose, some approving, some unsure, but none hostile. Iris stepped forward. "I will not lead with force. I will not destroy the packs. But I will protect the right to feel, to love, and to choose who we are." Maya watched her with something between awe and pride. The crowd shifted. Then, slowly, wolves dropped to one knee, one by one, not in submission, in respect. Leora nodded. Then the age of the Moonborn begins anew. That night, a new fire was lit. Not for war, for celebration. The air smelled of spice and pine and possibility. Music returned to the forest, soft and wild. Wolves danced in human skin. Laughter rang between trees. Maya and Iris sat by the edge of the fire, wrapped in each other. "You know," Iris said, "when we were 17, I used to dream about this. A bonfire? You holding me like this. Not like a secret, not like a threat, but like a promise." Maya turned to her. "Then let me make one now." What kind of promise? Maya reached into her coat, pulled something out.
Small. Silver. Worn.
A ring. I kept this, she said, since high school. My mother gave it to me when I turned 16. Told me to give it to the girl who would ruin me. Iris laughed, a tear slipping down her cheek. And that's me? You ruined me, broke me open, and rebuilt me better. Iris took the ring, held it between her fingers. It's not tradition. We're not bonded by blood or pack anymore. We're bonded by choice. Maya smiled. Exactly. Then I choose you, Iris said, sliding the ring onto her finger. In every life, in every moon. They kissed again, this time surrounded by cheers, howls, joy. Not hidden, not ashamed. The wolves celebrated into the night. And somewhere deep in the forest, the moon shone brighter than it had in centuries. Not for battle, for love. Days passed, then weeks. Iris didn't become a queen. She became a storyteller, a guide, a healer. She visited packs, listened to the wounded, taught them the truth about the bond. Maya became her protector, her second, her partner, in every sense. Together they built something new. Not a kingdom, a future. One night, under a quiet moon, Maya whispered against Iris's skin, "Do you still dream of running?" Iris smiled. "Only when you run with me." And they did. Wolves and women, past and present, pain and love, tangled into something wild, eternal, and utterly theirs. Thank you so much for being here and for believing in this channel. If you feel in your heart, you can donate with super thanks so I can focus more and more on this project. Your support helps me keep creating these love stories and bringing them to life for you. See you in the next video.